Kindly rise, the academic procession has arrived. I request all of you to kindly stand. May we have the marching tune, please? May we please have the marching tune, please? May we have the national anthem, please? I request all of you to be seated. I request Professor Dr. Ranveer Singh, Vice Chancellor, National Law University, Delhi, to come and give his welcome address.
What an honor for me. Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Mr. National School, Delhi, the University. Honorable Mr. Justice Deepak Mishra. Honorable the Acting Chief Justice of Delhi High Court and Chancellor of National University, Delhi, Ms. Justice Geeta Mittal. Honorable Chief Minister Shri Arvind Kejriwal, Honorable Minister of State Shri Gopal Rai, Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Khanna, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajiv Sahai, Honorable Members of the Governing Council, Executive Council, Academic Council, and the other bodies of the University, Honorable the Judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court, sitting and retired, respected judicial officers and officials of the state administration, respected members of the bar, vice chancellors, fellow academics, distinguished guests and invitees, Dr. Sridhar, my dear friend, member Central Inspection Commission of India, donors and their families, graduating students and parents, registrar, members of the faculty and staff, members of the media and press, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, welcome you all once again to the 6th annual Convocation. This year Convocation is a special occasion for NLU Delhi for multiple reasons. The Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Deepak Mishra, was the Chancellor of NLU Delhi during his tenure as the Chief Justice of Delhi High Court in the year 2010-11, sir. Sir, it is indeed a privilege to welcome you to NLU Delhi as a visitor and also to acknowledge your contribution to the university. Welcome, sir. Our Chancellor, Ms. Geeta Mittal, the Acting Chief Justice of Delhi High Court, has been with the university since its inception. She has been guiding the university in its work and also been the Chancellor since April 2017. Our graduating students of this batch would remember. Do you remember? The orientation program? Huh? Justice Geeta Mittal was present at the orientation program on their first day in the university exactly 5 years ago. And the date? 4th of August 2013. A full circle. You should be proud of it. It is befitting, as they graduate after 5 years, they receive their degree from her as Chancellor. Lucky people. Honorable the Chief Minister and the government officials for their continued support to the university. Honorable the Chief Minister, sir, it was our cherished wish to have you on the campus. We have worked very hard to bring this NLU Delhi at this level. And we thought you will be proud of your institution which we have created. We'll wish we'll have more time so that we can take you around and you feel pleased what we have done. Another special reason for this convocation is special for the university that we complete 10 years of excellence, a decade. That means, dear friends, I also complete 10 years with the university. Exactly speaking, on 21st of July. Legally, I should not be here. But then my Chief Justice of India, the visitor and the Chair of the Governing Council, the Chancellor, when we were having the meeting of the Governing Council, said, no, you are not retiring, continue for some more time. Thank you very much, sir, for your question. I'm sure I'll be able to take that trust forward. The university has been accredited by NAC with a score of 3.59 out of 4. That means, as far as state university is concerned, we are the highest ranked state university in this region. For the Chief Minister, sir, we are ahead of all universities. Established long back. And in Delhi, we are next to JNU, which is the Central University. NLU Delhi is among the more than 20 law universities in the country. We are categorized as, there are only 20 universities categorized. We are one of them. Those who are category 1 status university by the UGC, which is a great honor. Since I said we have done 10 years, I think it's a let's go back to history and also highlight the landmark achievements of the university. Sir, NLU Delhi graduates have excelled in almost every field they thought they would be going. And the best thing is, a girl student topped in Delhi judiciary. A girl student topped in Haryana judiciary. A girl student topped in the Punjab judiciary. And boys, that's competition for you. I'm not stopping here. The girl who was 9th ranker in the civil service examination last year, Soumya Sharma. Right? And the achievement of the girl is she has got 80% hearing disability. And the day she was appearing in the examination, she had 103 viral fever. And she was having drips in between the examinations in the guard room. When she came to meet me at one, she told me that, sir, at one point I thought I should leave. I will fail. And nobody in the family is an IAS. Everybody is a doctor. She is from Nagloi. She said, I never took any coaching. And I believe if she would not fall ill, she would have topped this civil service examination. So I'm waiting for somebody to top this civil service examination. Right? So this is the, and now till now, about, if not more, about 30 students of NLU Delhi has made it to civil services. This year, the expectations are more. The students after LLM have got admissions in best of institutions, and they are working with the judges of the High Court, Supreme Court and judicial clerks, and also in the Supreme Court and the High Courts. Our students have also recipients of prestigious fellowship. I don't know how many institutions would have this to their credit. Within 10 years, sir, we have a Rhodes Scholar in this university. We have a Commonwealth Scholar. We have an INLAC Scholar. We have a Felix Scholar. We have Pratibha M. Singh, Cambridge Scholarship, the Honorable Judge of the High Court now. The Cambridge Scholarship, which one of our students will be getting a degree today, has earned it. The university has collaboration with best of law schools across the globe, and that's why the UGC under the GYAN scheme said, you are one university to whom will allow the foreign scholars to come and teach under the GYAN program. That is the global initiative for academic network. So far we had about 20 scholars coming from best of universities across the globe come and teach at NLU Delhi. We'll carry on this program further. The students excelled in moot court competitions. Almost we won most of the majority of the competitions at the national and international level. And if I go back to memory lane, the first batch students represented NLU Delhi and India in JESA. And they were ranked at number 9 in the world. When 300 teams were participating. My worry is that performance has not been repeated. So, tough call for you. The benchmark set by your seniors, like Usain Bolt, is very, very high. Let me see who overcomes it. The university also recognizes social application because we believe that we produce kind of lawyers those who are technically sound, professionally competent, and socially relevant. For us, the community engagement of the university, of the students, with all those community activities is very, very important. And that we have been always trying, let us go beyond the boundaries of this law school and do something for everybody. So in that effort, sir, UGC gave us e-Pathshala project. The e-Pathshala project is that we have to create online lectures, audio visual. And sir, I'm proud to say that we have created more than 300 lectures on e-Pathshala, absolutely free, available on the website. Anybody from LLD, NLM can download those lectures and be benefited. I will be failing in my duty if I do not acknowledge the contribution of Professor G.S. Vajpayee, Registrar of the Sea, in that effort. Great. We were the only university shortlisted for introducing the MOOCs program in the country, That is massive online program, and within a short span of time, we introduced 10 MOOC courses that will meet anybody across the world can access those MOOCs in different subjects of law. And I came to know today that it's only few months it was launched. The registration is already 5,000 across the globe. Absolutely free. So anybody from those 1,600 colleges of law, 250 faculties of law, and now 25 law schools can access that material in e-Pathsana and MOOCs free. But after some time we'll start charging, of course. This year we launched NLU professional program, as was announced by the Honorable the Visitor, the Chief Justice of India said you should have some program which would be flexible. Anybody from any stream would be able to do LLM. They may not get a job, but they can enhance their legal skills. So we started that 2 years back, and now we have almost 100 people registering for that course every year. And we have 14 active research centers. If we are known as a school of excellence in such a short time, we are known because of the kind of research we do. And I have no hesitation in sharing that all these schools combined do not have that much of research funding and research which NLU Delhi alone has to its credit. The credit for this goes to the faculty, very dedicated faculty. If you come at night at the campus, you will find faculty working at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, like they work in laboratories. And they are very ably, actively guided by students, because we like to involve our students in the research work. So we have centers on human rights, criminal justice, judicial reform, good governance, constitutional law, transparency, accountability, access to justice, innovation and intellectual property, internet governance and cyber law, commercial law, plus. This is a long list, and I have very limited time. We have demonstrated to deliver top quality research, and we help the governments. We help the Law Commission of India, Competition Commission of India, Ministry of Home Affairs, HRD, External Affairs, Ministry of Women and Child, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Environment and Forest, Bureau of Research and Development. Our faculty has also excelled in various endeavors like published very extensively in international and national journals, published very high quality books. We have authored many policy reports. We received many UGC ICSR fellowship, UGC major projects, and more important, we represented India at the United Nations forums. Received visiting fellowship in international universities, received DART fellowship, engaged with UN reporters, mandate holder for human rights, worked with the independent human rights institutions, MS Curie in the High Court, number of cases, invited to depose before the Parliamentary Steering Committee, and regularly appointed consultants. We were also involved in preparing India's national report for the Universal Period of Review 2012 and also 17. Me and Dr. Parna Shidra were responsible for preparing the report for 12 and 17, and I was a part of the delegation in 12 and 17 to Geneva, representing India and presenting their report. We have another responsibility. Everybody says we are short of faculty, we need to upgrade our faculties. We are the only university in the country, those who started National Academy for Law Teachers. It is our own initiative, and we invite teachers very regularly from every college, law faculty, law school, those who come and get trained for a week, 10 days, 15 days, sometimes it is as long as 1 month. And so far, sir, I'm proud to say that we have trained almost 600 teachers in National Academy for Law Teachers. Becoming number 1 law school in the country is too small a name. Recently, NIRF said NLU Delhi is at number 2, Bangalore is at number 1, and Hyderabad is number 2. I face a difficulty. I belong to Bangalore. I belong to Hyderabad. And I also belong to Delhi. So Nobody can be as proud as I am. But at the same time, since I'm at Delhi now, the difference between Bangalore and Delhi is 1.20. They are 30-year-old. We are only 10-year-old. I remember I went to UGC to make a presentation. Professor Amrik Singh, who was a very renowned professor in Delhi University, said, Dr. Singh, you're only 5-year-old. I was at NLU at that time. He said, how do you claim you're a University of Eminence? I knew it, that's too early. I jokingly said, sir, it is not important how long you live. How best you live is very important. So I said, being number one law school is too small an aim for us. I dare say, an insignificant aim for NLU Delhi, given where we have reached in 10 years. We set our goals for beyond, and the real test in the next decade is going to be, we compete with the best outside India. And more so, we compete with ourselves every time. We have to raise our bar every year. And once you learn to compete with yourself, that I have to excel every moment, then probably everything you need can be achieved. We actively engage in legal aid schemes with NALSA and DELSA. They have provided wonderful opportunity to us. Finally, the graduating students have achieved a lot for New Delhi, because whatever I am is because of the achievement of my students. Big hand. And if you ask me which institutions they have taken admission, Oxford University, Cambridge, McGill, Stanford, New York, Yale, SOS, that is School of Oriental Studies, University of London, Berkeley, Washington, plus. List is very long. I went to UK to attend my meeting of the Commonwealth Council's meeting, and I jokingly told Dr. Anup Surdanath, said, can you write to the students, we can have dinner together? I thought there would be 10, 15 boys, girls. It would be easy for me, not much of money. When I entered that place where they asked me, somebody escorted me, there were 30 students. I said, what are you doing, so many of you? They said, sir, we are all in the Magic Circle firms. Magical Circle firms are top-class firms of UK. So that within that short span of time, they are not chosen on anybody's recommendation or somebody's son or daughter. They are chosen on their own competence. And the students, those who join the law schools, are 99% are first generation students. Let us all remember that. And we also got prestigious scholarship, as I mentioned, and also employment in law firms. And the best part is, of late, many students have started going for litigation. And I have a scores of students now practicing in high courts and Supreme Court. For me, this institution is a part of my consciousness. As a founder vice chancellor, I also shared a lot of dreams these years with other members of the faculty. Dreams come true not just by belief, but by dedication in its pursuit, by nurturing it with a passion and care. A passionate garden does not own the garden, and yet rejoices when there are flowers blooming. Maybe wishes to be a part of it till it bear fruits. Physically here or at distance, with it, remember us, I will be always with you. As we complete this 10th year, we celebrate our achievements and yet contemplate about our bright future. For NLU Delhi, the best is yet to come. I conclude by what J.G. Holland said about the need of the hour. This is expectation from you, my dear students. God, give us men a time like this demands. Strong minds, great hearts, true faith, ready hands. Men whom the lust of office does not kill. Men whom the spoil of office cannot buy. Men who possess opinions and will. Men who have honor. Men who will not lie. Men who can stand before a demagogue and damn these treacherous flatterers without winking. Tall men, sun-crowned, and live over the fog. In public duty and in private thinking, I have more expectations from women, frankly to me. Quote closed. I have all the best wishes for the graduating students, and also with them the very best. I congratulate all of you on this occasion and their parents and every representative. I welcome you all once again. Now it is my great honor and privilege to request the Honorable Chancellor to declare the convocation open.
I declare the convocation open.
I have the honor to present to the Chancellor the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, PhD. They have been found qualified for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, to which I pray they may be admitted. The candidates taking the degree of Doctor of Philosophy will please stand forward.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor, National Law University, Delhi, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, PhD in this university. Do you sincerely promise and declare that if admitted to the PhD degree for which you are candidates and for which you have been recommended, you will in your daily life and conversation conduct yourself as worthy members of this university?
I have the pleasure of presenting the PhD candidates for receiving their degree and read their names, and they will receive degree one by one. So this time there are 7 candidates to receive the degree of PhD of the National Law University, Delhi. And first, in order, may I request Mr. Rakesh Kumar, who has worked on impact of mergers and acquisitions on rights of employees of companies in India. He has worked under the supervision of Professor Dr. Harpreet Kaur. I now have Mr. Saurabh Chandra to receive his degree. He has worked on role and working of the sectorization process in the present context of banking industry. He has also worked under the supervision of Professor Dr. Harpreet Kaur. I now have Ms. Deepika Prakash. She has worked on a study of anti-competitive agreements in Indian healthcare delivery services. She has also worked under the guidance of Professor Dr. Harpreet Kaur. She is presently working as Assistant Professor at the Symbiosis International University at Pune. May I now have Professor Jagveer Singh Dahiya. Professor Jagveer Singh Dahiya has worked on judicial accountability of judges of the High Court and Supreme Court of India. He has worked under the guidance of Professor Sachidanandam. And Professor Dahiya is Assistant Professor at the National University, Delhi. Now I request Mr. Ravi Bugela to come forward for receiving his degree. He has worked on issues in recognizing and realizing the rights to housing of the homeless, the study on homelessness, usually the right to housing. He has worked under the supervision of Dr. Vinod Kumar. Next, in the order, may I have Ms. Suman Das Bhatta Mishra. She has worked on access to justice for female victims of violence in matrimonial relationships and assessment. She has worked under Professor G.S. Bajpayee, and she is also the Assistant Professor at the National Law University, Odisha. Now finally, Mr. Siddharth Dahiya, is a very known Assistant Registrar at the National Law University, Delhi. He has worked on wrongful conviction, a study under Professor G.S. Bajpayee. Friends, now I move on to the presentations segment for the Master of Laws, LLM. Madam, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the degree of Master of Laws whose names are set out in the list. They have been found qualified for the degree of Master of Laws, to which I pray they may be admitted. The candidates taking the degree of Master of Laws in person will please stand forward.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor, National Law University, Delhi, I admit you as also the candidates in absentia to the degree of Master of Laws, LLM in this university. Do you sincerely promise and declare that if admitted to the LLM degree for which you are candidates and for which you have been recommended, you will in your daily life and conversation conduct yourselves as worthy members of this university?
Thank you. In this segment, we have 23 students to receive their LLM degrees of the National Law University, Delhi. And may I call upon first Anjali Jain on the dais to receive the degree. Friends, LLM course was introduced in this university in the year 2010. A 2 years LLM program. This is now 1 year LLM, very intensive program. I also now have Anupriya Dwivedi for your degree, LLM degree. So 1 year intensive LLM program. This is 25 credit program with 1 semester abroad for competition law. May I now have Anushka Gupta. Apurva Kaushik, Aratrika Das, Aroma Raman, Atipriya Gautam. Their achievers today, big round of applause. Bhanu Tawar, Vijay Kaur Alat, Jagriti Khanna, Kartikeya Yadav, Komal Gato, Kritika Pandey, Mahek Vashti, Mudit Jain, Sadhvi Swarup, Shiv Kripal, Shreya Shri, Sukrit Garg, Suprita Ranjan, Tushar Singh, Soumya Chaturvedi, Shoaib Abdul Rahman, Private Police Officer from Mandi. Now, the conferment of degrees to the BA LLB honors students. Lots of the students have already made marks as far as this batch is concerned. I'll be very happy to cite their achievements in a while. But first, we'll begin with the proceedings relating to the conferment of your degree, and I present them to the Chancellor. Madam, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Laws, BLLB honors, whose names are set out in the list. They have been found qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Laws, to which I pray they may be admitted. The candidates taking the degree of BLLB honors in person will please stand forward.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor, National Law University, Delhi, I admit you as also the candidate in absentia to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Law honors, BA LLB honors in this university. Do you sincerely promise and declare that if admitted to the BA LLB honors degree for which you are candidates and for which you have been recommended, you will in your daily life and conversations conduct yourself as worthy members of this university?
I do.
Now, I present the students to the Chancellor for receiving their degrees. May I first have Adya Chawla. Abhishek Sharma. Vikas. Akarsha Ghosh. Akshat Agrawal. Alok Gokhale. Anurag Singh. Anushka Sachdev. Anvesha Chendwala. Arushi Dua. Arya Dhakkal. Reshma Khanna, Damini Davinder Singh, Devagya Jha, Gail NLU, Harshvardhan, Inle Deepak, Vitisha Usti, Jagata Krishna Swami, Jaslina Rana, Kainas Tanvi, Kanchan, Karishma Anil, Kartik Ashram, Kartik Jain, Kudrat Agrawal, Kuhuk Jain, Ushant, Malvika Parth Sat, Meghadarshi, Mohit Chaudhary, Mohit Mehta, Nikhil Kumar Singh, Pranav Krishna, Prateek Jha, Priyanka Goyal, Priyanka Hajarika, Priyarshta, Priyanka, the idea scholar. R.S. Lakshman, Rahul Kawat, Ravi Arora, Riddhi Jain, Ritika Basu, Rohan Dhariwal, Sanchit Subuja, Shambhavi Singh, Shashank Meena, Shivanshu Bharadwaj, Shreya Patnaik, Shreya Priti, Shubham Gupta, Siddharth Sudhir Gupta, Somil Garg, Soumya Eki, Sthavi Asthana, Suneet Anand, Suneti Vimal Sampat, Tarun Agrawal, Tejasvi Madhav, Pia Mazumdar, Vaibhavi. Vanya Chhabra. Varsha Rao. Yash Kumar. Yashika Jain. Ved Handa. Mikhail Shikhi. Rajveer Singh. Shri Vishnu Shashidharan. Akash Nashir. And Loma Tam. May I have all the IDA scholars on the dais who are present in the hall? In the dais passing out. Priyanka.
Hurry up, please. Fast.
Is there anybody else?
Idea scholars are the scholars, those who belong to the disadvantaged group of the society, and otherwise they can't afford their coaching and studies. So we have a scheme that anybody getting admission in Delhi, entire 5 years, the fee is taken care of by NLU Delhi. They stay free on campus. And the students of NLU Delhi, senior students, guide them, coach them, and before they enter for the entrance test, they are allowed to stay in the hostel. And now we have decided, since we have a cooperative mess, the cooperative mess committee will take care that you also take care of their mess bill, so that they are not supposed to pay the mess bill also. Yeah. Would you like to say something? Speak for 2 minutes. How do you feel here?
I was very fortunate that I got this opportunity to study here, and this was truly a life-changing experience for me. From where I started off and where I am today, it's a long journey with all the teachers, professors, with the support from VC sir, registrar sir. It's been a long way, and I would like to thank them all for their support through this 5 years. And it's been a great experience. Thank you so much.
Tell about your placement. Where are you placed now?
I'm working with AZBN partners now.
AZB is one of the top law firms in the country. Anybody's dream to be with AZB. Wonderful. God bless. Best wishes. I have the honor to present to the Honorable Chief Guest and the dignitaries of the candidate for the award of medals in BLLB Honours, Master of Laws, whose name are set out in the list. They have been found qualified for the award of medals and prizes. The candidates with the medals and prize will please stand forward. And the registrar will do the job.
Friends, this is a very special segment of this convocation, where three kinds of honors in terms of medal, prizes and certificates are presented. In the first segment, the achievers will receive the medal for their outstanding performance throughout their 5 years of academics in this university. For us, these medals are not simply the presentations. Those who achieve these medals and get success, they are meant to inspire others. And therefore, we think that these awards symbolizes a great tradition about hard work and dedication on the part of learners and their teachers. In the first segment, I'll present the list of gold medals and prizes instituted by various donors in the name of their choice for the various subjects of law, and others medals are awarded for this year to the following students. First of all, I'll read out in the first segment. I have a couple of names to be read, and thereafter I call the student to receive these medals. First of all, Shri K.K. Venugopal, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India, has instituted a gold medal in the name of his father, late Shri M.P. Nambiar, for the subject Constitutional Law. Second, Mr. A.K. Ganguly, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India, has instituted a gold medal in the name of his father, late Shri Advait Pad Ganguly, for the subject Constitutional Law. Honorable Justice Ramamurthy, former Judge, High Court of Delhi, has instituted a gold medal in the name of his parents, late Shri T.G. Krishnamurthy and Mrs. Subbalakshmi, for the subject Constitutional Law. Shri S.R. Sharma, Advocate, Supreme Court of India, has instituted a gold medal in the name of Shrimati Sadhana Sharma for the subject Criminal Law. Shri Mohan Ahuja and Shri Vinay Ahuja have instituted a gold medal in the name of Mohanlal House for the subject Alternative Dispute Resolution. Shri Manoj Swarup has instituted a cash prize in the name of his father, late Shri Paramatma Ram Swarup, for the subject Constitutional Law. Shri late Digambar Sen Sahni, settler and founder trustee, Godhraj Sahni Memorial Trust, Yadgar Manjit, New Delhi, has instituted a cash prize in the name of Professor Ghanshyam Singh for the subject Civil Procedure Code. Professor K. Chandrasekharan Pillai has instituted a cash prize in the name of his esteemed teacher, Professor R.B. Kelkar, for the subject Criminal Procedure Code. Friends, these 8 medals and 3 cash prizes awarded to, any guesses? May I call Kanchan on the right? Must be present here. Can you wave, sir, if you are there? Okay. So may I request Honorable Visitor and Chief Justice of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Deepak Mishra ji, to kindly present these medals and prize to this brilliant student of this class. From Honorable Justice Deepak Mishra. Friends, receiving award means, yes, I can do. It's very inspiring to see this all-round display of excellence by Ms. Kanchan today. question, may the success that has come to you today lead you to a bigger achievement in the years to come. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. May I request to please take your seat. Friends, Kajal and Sheetal Mishra, advocates and founders, SKS Juris Legal Group has instituted a gold medal in the name of Kajal and Sheetal Mishra for the subject taxation laws. Shri Amtesh Banerjee, advocate, High Court, Kolkata, has instituted a gold medal in the name of his father, late Honorable Justice Umesh Chandra Banerjee, for the subject intellectual property rights. Mr. Praveen Anand, Anand and Anand Partners have instituted a gold medal in the name of Anand and Anand Gold Medal for the subject intellectual property rights. Honorable Justice S.B. Sinha, former Judge Supreme Court of India, has instituted a gold medal in the name of his father, late Shri A.N. Sinha, for the subject public law. Canara Bank has instituted a cash prize Canara Bank Endowment Fund for the subject banking law and negotiable instruments. All these 4 medals and a cash prize awarded to, may I have Yashika Jain? The daughter of Mr. Sanjeev Jain from Besnor. They are there. Can you give your hands to? Very good. Yashika to receive these 4 medals and a cash prize from Honorable Chief Minister Shri Arvind Kejriwal. Thank you. Well, thank you. Well done. You are just trying to make it great. You just went for it. This recognition is showing you results and will give you an opportunity to spread your wings. Thank you, sir. Shardul Shroff has instituted a gold medal in the name of Pallavi and Shardul Shroff Gold Medal for the subject corporate law. Shri Pawan Bhatia, on behalf of the Royal Safe, has instituted a gold medal in the name of Shri Satwinder Singh Bhatia for the subject international trade law. And these 2 medals are awarded to, guesses? Kudrat, to please come. From Panchkula, and I am very happy to announce she is going to join Master in Law and Finance at the University of Oxford. May I request Honorable Mrs. Justice Geeta Mittal to kindly do the honor. Meanwhile, I also invite Mr. Sanchit Saluja on the dais. Supreme Court of India, who has instituted a gold medal in the name of Rajesh Mishra for the subject jurisprudence. Thank you, madam. Now, friends, the next segment is considered to be the most coveted one for various reasons, because these medals are awarded to those students who have shown brilliance and excellence in different fields, not only by virtue of their outstanding academic performance, but also contributing in various ways to the different aspects of the academic life and the institutional life in this university. So it's a very comprehensive recognition to be awarded to students here. So this is a special gold medal for BA&LLB honors. And in the first, Suresh Shroff Memorial Trust instituted a gold medal in the name of Suresh Shroff for the first rank holder. And also, Dr. Mrs. Santosh Chawla, who is already here. May I recognize and acknowledge your presence here. She has been a great well-wisher to the university and a wonderful human being. And very lovable person as far as students coming from this university are concerned. So, she has instituted a gold medal in the name of late Shri Honorable Mr. Justice T.P.S. Chawla for legal aid and community outreach. And this year, these two medals are awarded again someone who has already appeared here. Yes, Ms. Kanchan. Kindly honor the recipient. Yes. Success doesn't come to you. You go to it. May I request for a while, sir, if you could be here. May I again request Kudrat Agrawal on the dais and please to receive Bharti Shroff Gold Medal for the second rank and also is to receive the gold medal in the name of Shri Ratanlal Lahoti, instituted by Honorable Justice R.C. Lahoti, former Chief Justice of India, for the best student of the year. Achieving success is about pursuing dreams unlimited. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. Friends, I have a couple of more interesting announcements to make. Shri P.P. Rao, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India, has instituted a gold medal in the name of his mother, Srimati Pawni, for the overall excellence. Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India, has instituted a gold medal in the name of his father, late Dr. L.M. Singhvi, for the best all-round performance. These two medals are awarded to, any guesses, friends? Ved Handa. And I congratulate you. May I request Justice Rendla to kindly come and award these medals Ved Handa. A gold medal in the name of Justice Y.K. Sabarwal for the Best Student of the Year award. And this award, these two medals, and award go to Mr. Rohan Dhari. Thank you, sir. Friends, now I move on to the LLM program. As I said, the university has instituted a 1-year, very intensive LLM program, which is becoming too well known for us now. It has emerged as one of the most sought after LLM program in the country. And we offer 6 specializations in various streams. And we had 24 students this time who brought a lot of honors to us by virtue of their engagement in diversified areas through their academic excellence and also through their contribution to the university life. We have decided to confer the merit certificates and gold medal to LLM rankers based on their CGPA, and 3 toppers of the LLM course to be honored today through merit certificates and gold medals. In my first list, may I have on the dais Shreya Shri. Shreya has scored a CGPA of 6.88, and I also invite, may I request Honorable Minister and Chief Justice of India to kindly confer the honor to Shreya through the merit certificate and a gold medal to Shreya Shri. Shreya comes from Lucknow, and she has done her BLLB from NLS Bangalore. May I request Honorable Discussers to kindly remain just for a moment with us to honor 2 more toppers in this group. May I have Mahek Vajpayee on the dais? Mahek has received a CGPA of 6.67. She has done her LLB from Indraprastha University. We are the students of Constitutional and Criminal Law Group. And at rank number 3, may I have Aroma Raman. She is 6.54. Wonderful. Congratulations to all 3 toppers being honored by Honorable Minister and Chief Justice of India. Thank you, sir. Friends, in LLM segment, I also have 2 more important awards to be conferred. In this row, the first, Shri Nadat Chairman Salwan Public School has instituted a gold medal in the name of Shri Pandit Yudhari Lal Salwan for the best outgoing student, and this medal is again awarded to Miss Aroma Raman. Kindly award this medal to Aroma. I also request Karthikeya Yadav on the dais. Karthikeya is another student. This model is awarded for the subject in competition law. Anand Prakash, Arshad Paku Khan and Sophia. They have instituted a gold medal in the name of Kumar Ali Khan for the subject competition law, and this medal is awarded by Honorable Justice Khanna to Mr. Ankit Yadav. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Friends, while I have the list of all medals and awards in my hand. I don't have the list of those 4 important medals which are awarded by the Vice Chancellor. So Vice Chancellor has instituted a gold medal for overall best male student in LLM. And this is, so there are 2 medals in each stream, LLM, 1 female and 1 male student. And similarly, 2 medals are awarded in BLLB. So first in LLM, the overall best male student to be announced by
Sukrit Garg.
Sukrit Garg. Sukrit Garg is a great student who has also cleared JRF. And now becoming special by coming into the special category of awardee of the Vice Chancellor Medal. The Vice Chancellor has also instituted the medal for overall best female student in LLM. And may I request the Vice Chancellor to please announce this medal also.
Shreya
Please come forward to receive this special honor, being the recipient of Vice Chancellor Medal in LLM. In this list, friends, I have 2 more names to be referred. First is the gold medal for overall best male student in BALLB honors. I don't know. You have guesses? You may not be knowing. Sir will announce.
Saumil Garg.
Any outreach activity, a comprehensive all the best to you. Congratulations. Vice Chancellor's gold medal for overall best female students in BALLB honors to be conferred to.
Any guess? Adya Chawla.
While Adya received this award, may I tell something about Adya? Adya has got so many achievements during this period. She has been selected for DED fellowship to a very important university in Germany. And also she got Pratibha Singh scholar to study in Cambridge University, precisely Christ College. She is going to join Cambridge University in this session itself. Congratulations to you, Adya. She is daughter of Professor Alka Chawla and Law Faculty of Delhi University. And friends, while I complete this, but I would still just wish to tell, while these awards are given to such achievers, but there are other students also who, by virtue of their performance in various ways, have brought a lot of honor and pride to this institution. And in this connection, may I say that like Adya, who has secured 2 scholarships to study abroad, there are a number of students who have not only got admitted to some very outstanding world-class law colleges and universities. In this chain, I wish to mention that Anvesha Chandwala, who has secured a Masters in Management at London Business School. I also wish to mention Arpit Agrawal. Are you there, Arpit? So LLM, he got admission at University of Pennsylvania Law School, joining the faculty. I am very proud to announce NLU, who was just here. Gail, where are you? Gail is there. Can you stand up? She has the recipient of Felix Scholarship to study. In the UK and having a very important memorandum of understanding with this university. Congratulations to you, Gail. In the same league, I wish to mention Karthik Asta. He has secured LLM admission at the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy at Tufts University, Fletcher International Scholarship also. Congratulations to you. And Kudrat Agrawal, who has done Masters in Law and Finance at the University of... Friends, I don't have time to tell you. Sir, may I share that this batch has already secured 28 placements, and all the students do not join placements, but they are the top firms of the country and abroad, and 14th are into UPSC and judicial preparations, and another 17 are into litigations, NGOs, and others. So with this, I think this batch is very special for us, and I can just say that to congratulate you, and my message as a registrar, as your teacher would be, जिंदगी की असली उड़ान बाकी है, जिंदगी के कई इम्तिहान अभी बाकी है, अभी तो नापी है मुट्ठी भर जमीन हमने, अभी तो सारा आसमान बाकी।
I have the honor to request Honorable Mr. Justice Deepak Mishra, Chief Justice of India and visitor in New Delhi, to deliver the convocation address. Sir.
Shri Arvind Kejriwal, Honorable Chief Minister, Government of NCT Delhi, Honorable Mrs. Justice Geeta Mittal, Acting Chief Justice, High Court of Delhi and Chancellor of NLU Delhi, Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Khanna, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajiv N. Law, Honorable Judges from other High Courts present here, Professor Dr. Ranbir Singh, Vice Chancellor, NLU Delhi, members of the General Council, Executive Council and Academic Council, professors, faculty members, Professor Bajpayee, Registrar of the University, proud parents of the graduating students, the enthusiastic degree holders, friends from the electronic and print media, ladies and gentlemen. It pleases me the most to address all of you today on the occasion of the 6th annual convocation of the National Law University, Delhi. I have had the privilege of being the Chancellor of this university in its early years when I was the Chief Justice of the High Court of Delhi. I had the opportunity of seeing the university grow during its formative years and take steps in laying the foundation for the success that it has achieved today within a decade of its inception. I congratulate National Law University Delhi for completion of a decade under the able leadership of founder, Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Ranbir Singh, and the members of the faculty, and also the students who have left this university and the students who are present in this hall today. I have a formal part to go. Prior to that, I must share with you something. When I entered into this auditorium today, I came as a different person. But when I am leaving this auditorium, I have converted myself. I was thinking of myself, flying in the time machine to the past. Why these universities were not there when we were studying law? Where are these gold medals? In this hall today, I intend to share with you, I feel the fragrance of gold medals and the cash prizes, the abilities and the capabilities that God has endowed you and you yourself with your determination have cultivated. All of you need to be congratulated, not only by me, by all present over here and all who are not also present here. A convocation is always a memorable day. The young graduate wearing robes epitomize, as I feel, enormous enthusiasm and a colossal sense of aspiration. This is the moment every young graduate waits for. The waiting is not an anxious one, but to share each other's achievement, and that is why the ceremony of convocation has the inherent glory. This day, I am certain, will remain embedded in your memory. I emphasize on sharing, not on anxiety. Someone has got a PhD, someone has got a different kind of LLM, someone has graduated in LLB. Do not compare. Share the achievements. Sharing is learning. Sharing is growing. Sharing is graduating. I must apprise you that since you are a product of the premier law institute of our country, the country has a great expectation from you. You will have to, and I'm sure you will rise up to this expectation and fare extremely well in your respective chosen fields. Today, as you pass out from this prestigious institution, you really march towards the resplendent future. Some of you might have got placements and some may be thinking of a bright professional career. Some may have the desire to join judicial service, and some may have the intense passion for higher studies. To all, I would like to convey, please watch this line. I have thought of this only for my young friends, and I am sure you are my friends. To all, I would like to convey, never be afraid of uncertain future that lies ahead, because this uncertainty is intellectually exciting. Certainty doesn't excite you intellectually. Uncertainties have the capacity and the potentiality to intellectually excite you, and that is why you are young today. In the contemporary world, the legal education plays a very important role in empowering the masses and thereby sponsors growth and development of the society. The journey of legal education in India was filled with immense challenges, and there is a need to make quality legal education available for aspiring lawyers. The experiment began at Bangalore, and from that day of inception, no one has looked back. Today, your Vice Chancellor, rightly and with all the humble pride at his command, had said that this university ranks at number 2 according to his assessment. I would say there is slight humility over there. I do not intend to rank NLU Delhi anywhere because people may attach prejudice to my thinking process. You can infer from what I have said. interface, and every academician in this country shall vouch it, between the academia and the judiciary is extremely important and needs to be further strengthened and encouraged. I've always believed so. The contribution of the academicians is immense because they have the potentiality to kindle new thoughts and ideas. That establishes an atmosphere of intellectual affinity that survives on the foundation of appreciation and understanding. Deliberation on the same requires place to the concept of objectivity, which breathes fresh air to realize one's own limitation. It's not a transgression, but a move towards studious progression. It's extremely important for the law universities to focus on training the next generation of lawyers in meeting challenges that a globalized and connected world brings. And that is why today we think of globalization, global education, global understanding, apart from global warming. On your convocation day today, it's but natural for your hopes to rise the wings of delight. A sense of delight is never inferior to a sense of passion. Passion and delight go together if we have the courtesy towards passion, towards intellect, and towards understanding. But never forget that I am certain you will not do, that this feeling of empowerment, of delight, passion, and degrees, that with you, which you hold your head high, is due to sacrifices of your parents and teachers. Both of them, in their own way, have toiled hard as you have also put your industry. My dear young friends, now you are expected to adorn the role of young lawyers, judges, and administrators. This makes it obligatory for all of you to comprehend the manner in which our society functions. This I say, and I say with emphasis, because unless you familiarize yourself with undercurrents of various social diversities and disparities that divide our society, you will find it difficult to mature in your role as either as a lawyer, judge, or as an administrator. This doesn't mean that your knowledge of law, which you have acquired over the last 5 years, values any less. But without having a comprehensive and pragmatic understanding of the social realities, you may not be able to correlate the law and social impulses, and thereby find it difficult to bridge the gap between legality and reality of the society. Scaling up in your profession by taking up the deprived section of the society along with you will give you the sense of satisfaction, which will be a far more achievement. Success of such law professionals will always be rated higher than those who only mind for financial and economic pursuits. A socially spirited law professional cannot be only for his personal growth. If you are determined to elevate as a legal professional yourself, championing for the causes of the masses, you must embrace the principles of collective philosophy for the larger and bigger aims of protecting human rights of the voiceless and those are without means. I do not intend to refer to Indian history. If you read the history of lawyers of India, starting from the day the law, Anglo-Saxon jurisprudence was introduced in this country, there were lawyers who devoted themselves for cause lawyering. Sometimes, in times to come, you must devote some time for cause lawyering. And when I say cause lawyering, I mean cause lawyering for the poor, downtrodden, and the impecunious. The Supreme Court, in one of its judgments, observes, although the entry to the profession can be had the acquiring merely the qualifications prescribed by different universities, the honor as a professional has to be maintained by its members by their exemplary conduct, both in and outside the court. Even as a lawyer, never forget, you belong to this profession of nobility. Never think that you are only a lawyer where you are inside the court. The lawyer enjoys a sense of aristocracy in the society, and that aristocracy is self-cultivated. I would honestly request you, please cultivate that self-acquired aristocracy as expeditiously as possible. I say this because the role of a lawyer is that of a leader. When I say leader, it doesn't have any kind of denotation. It has a connotative expansive, and it means wherever you are, you try to become the leader. There are three kinds of leaders. One says, I am the leader, follow me. The second one says, please follow me. You have chosen me as the leader, or I am your leader. The third one doesn't say anything, but people follow him, and history has witnessed. The person coming in the category number 3, as I have explained to you, he is the best leader, who never says that he is the leader, but people follow him as if he is the leader. And you must be leaders of this category in times to come. Today's legal profession must have, at the forefront of his mind, the noble idea of justice as enshrined in the Constitution of India. The idea of justice in the contemporary society has been emphasized by the Apex Court in the case of Venus Public Education, and I quote, "It's worthy to note that justice in its connotative expanse engulfs the liberalism of the ocean, the magnanimity of the sun, the sternness of a mountain, the simplicity of a saint, the austerity of a Spartan, and the humility of a river. The concept of justice has to remain embedded in spite of adversities. It should remain unshaken, unterrified, unperturbed, and loyal to the rule of law." Unquote. Remember, my dear friends, you are the crusaders of change in the drive towards equal rights, liberties, and justice. You are going to be equal contributors in the process of imparting justice to the people at large. Always devote some time in your capacity as lawyers for well-being of the underprivileged. For it was well known that welfare of good of the people is the supreme law. Do you dream? I don't know. But be a dreamer. Professor Ranveer Singh has also advised you to be a dreamer. But I will add a qualifier. Be a practical dreamer. Foster high ambitions to enter the legal hall of fame and develop the courage and determination to translate your dreams into reality. There cannot be an attitude that I must succeed anyway. No. It's a profession. The means determines the end. I do not believe in any other theory as regards this profession. This theory has to be given the primacy. Means determine the ends. You should cultivate the quality of clarity of thought and intellectual vigor as they are primary qualities that a budding lawyer must strive to attain. You are required to develop an attitude not to get swayed away by the infinite distractions that come along your way, but remain firm and courageous to follow the path less traversed. In the course of your ambitious path, you must remember the great Cicero had said with regard to purpose of law, and I quote, "The precepts of law are the following: to live honorably, to injure no one, to give to everyone his due." The fundamental concept of law and justice. And every student of law, including me, has to remember as long as he lives upon the Mother Earth. Abraham Lincoln, I'm a fan of Abraham Lincoln, I confess, believed that leading rule for the lawyer, as for the man, every other calling is diligence. And he had once said, "I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. I like to see a man to live so that the place will be proud of him." Unquote. And therefore, you have to train yourselves to deal with the new challenges of the legal world, growing institutionalization, globalization, and liberalization. When I was watching the conformance of the hours, I was slightly perplexed. How the young minds have worked. Then I consoled myself with history. I did console in a different way. I said, why not? Why not that young minds can grow, aspire, and get it? If you look at the history, John Keats, the great poet, died at the age of 26. Born in 1795, died in 1821. And who can forget the poems? Shelley died at the 29 plus. Gautam Buddha got enlightenment at the age of 26. Mahavir Jain approximately at the age of 25 plus. Shankaracharya, who has written so much, died at the age of 32. Lord Byron, who is a great poet of English literature, died at the 36. So age doesn't matter. The young can teach the old. And let me humbly confess, I am prepared to be taught by the degree holders today. With this faith in you, I welcome you all to join the Indian Bar and Judiciary to strengthen the justice delivery system by pitching it with your valuable contributions. I like to quote a passage from a great thinker, and I consider him so, Lee Kuan Yew, who says, I quote, "For the young, let me tell you, the sky has turned brighter. There is a glorious rainbow that beckons those with spirit of adventure, and there are rich findings at the end of the rainbow. To the young and not so old, I say, look at that horizon, follow that rainbow, go ride it, go on. Not all will be rich. Quite a few will find a vein of gold. Dig it out." Unquote. Before I part, I would like to share something with you. Justice Sanjeev Khanna showed me that out of so many gold medals and the listed hours, 2 boys have got, rest are ladies. He thought I'll be surprised. I wasn't. And you know why? Recently, as the visitor of National Law University, Odisha, had gone, I was required to give the presidential address. Justice Michael Kirby gave the convocation address. I was requested to give 6 gold medals. I said, all right, I have no problem. Then I was told by the Vice Chancellor who is present here, said, you have to give only to one person. There is a girl who is working in Delhi or studied there. She got received all the 6 gold medals. So it is extremely easy for me to give the gold medals by putting it on where they need to put. The purpose of my saying is there is nothing called female lovers or male lovers, but they are there. It's only to appreciate actually who has the intellect and who gets it, and you have to accept it. You see, everyone doesn't stand first in the class. Everybody doesn't score a century in the cricket. Everybody doesn't get the gold in the Olympics. But that doesn't mean nobody should try. That doesn't mean that you are a failure. Failure is a word which is not known to Napoleon Bonaparte, slightly historically wrongly because he failed. But that's so. He said impossible. I am using the word failure here. A student never think of that he will not succeed. Be absolutely sure I am going to succeed because I have the ability to work. And I will work as far as the best of my intellect that has been conferred on me. And let me tell you, many people ask me, sir, I do not have a prodigious memory. How do I function? I have told them, and I believe in it, God might not have given a prodigious memory to you. But there is something else. God has gifted you with the mind. Mind, and you properly exercise with opposite acumen, you can cultivate memory. Your memory can be sharpened by your thought. Please try this. Never tell yourself, I do not have a good memory. If you think you don't have a good memory, you will be stuck. You can always enhance your memory by cultivation. And you are the only one responsible for yourself in that individual cultivation. In a convocation address, we are always required to say, dear young friends, all the best for the future. I would like to add, in a different way, all the best, not for the near future, but the future that we may not be able to see, but you will be able to see, that future that that looks like a rainbow in the sky. And please do not misunderstand rainbow as a metaphor. Rainbow is a reality. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your great words of wisdom, inspiration, appreciation, and for your best wishes for our students. And now, it's my great pleasure to announce the release of 3 journals of high academic repute today. The first journal, the Journal of National Law University, Delhi. The Journal of National Law University, Delhi seeks to provide a platform for engaging in multidisciplinary discussions on themes of law, society, and justice. The journal has international focus and it is widely read by scholars and practitioners across the world. The journal has been publishing since 2013 and it publishes articles, comments on cases, legislation, policies, and book reviews. Now this time the journal has been published by our publishing partner, Sage Publication India Private Limited, which is a leading independent, academic and professional publisher of innovative, high-quality content. May I request the dignitaries to release the journal. May we have the journal on the stage, please? Ladies and gentlemen, the release of the Journal of National Law University, Delhi. Thank you so much. The next journal to be released this charismatic morning is the Journal of Victimology and Victim Justice. The patron of the journal is Professor Ranveer Singh and the editor-in-chief is Professor G.S. Bajpai. The Journal of Victimology and Victim Justice aims to focus on both critical leadership and practical development, representing victimological perspectives from a broad range of disciplines and contribute to a greater understanding of victims, victimization, victim-offender relations, institutional functioning and allied issues. The journal includes articles, notes, comments from eminent jurists, academicians, victim service providers, policy makers, scholars, students. It is a peer-reviewed journal with 2 issues published annually. The journal deploys the insights and methodology of all relevant disciplines, including psychology, sociology, social work, economic history, as well as law. So at this moment, I acknowledge the presence of the representatives of SAGE also. And now, the third journal, the National Law University Delhi Student Law Journal. This journal contains articles on multidisciplinary issues. The patron-in-chief is Professor Ranveer Singh. Our students on the editorial board of the journal, I'll name them quickly. This is the Journal of National Law University, the Student Law Journal. The students whose hard work is behind this journal is Vivek Shah, Tanaya Rajwade, Aditya Gambhir, Akansha Bharadwaj, Pallavi Mishra, Rashi Pathak, Rohan Bhatia, Sanutha Tejasvi, Aditya Jindal, Shivpriya, Shubhangi. And the faculty advisor is Mr. Yogesh Pai. Please put your hands together. Thank you so much, sir. And now may I request Vice Chancellor Professor Ranveer Singh to request the Chancellor to declare the convocation closed.
I have the honor to request the Chancellor to declare the convocation closed.
I declare the convocation closed.
Kindly remain seated. Now we shall have the group photograph, but before that, may I request all of you to kindly stand for the national anthem. Thereafter, we shall have the group photograph. May we have the national anthem, please? PhD batch, then the LLM and then BA LLB honors batch to come over on the stage and have their photograph clicked with the distinguished guest here. So the PhD batch, the outgoing PhD batch, please come over the stage. Yeah, we have a quick photograph here. And then the LLM batch will please form the line here. Thank you. You may take the seats now. Convocation students. The LLM students, you may come over the stage. Yeah, you can come. Some of you can sit, some of you can stand at the back. The boys doesn't matter. All the boys can come here.
DLLB ग्रुप के लिए फोटो चल ठीक है मैं ऐसा है ना एक आईडी लाइक पे नहीं पड़ेगा दोनों आ जाएगी ये मिलेगा अरे सीधे से खड़ना यार बड़ी खड़ दो क्या गोटी
Thank you. You may go down from that section. And now the BLLB honor students. You may take your positions here below the stage. Some of you can sit on the stage and some of you can stand. Some of you can come here on the stage. What do you want? Quickly arrange yourself. Some can stand in the back side. very much. You will please take your seats. Quickly go down from right hand side. Please take your seats, all of you. All the guests are requested to remain seated. Kindly clear the middle passage quickly. All the students, please settle down as soon as possible. We shall have the reverse academic procession now. All the students,
Hi, thank you.
please go back to your seats and quickly settle down yourself. So we shall have the reverse academic procession now. I request everyone to stand during the reverse academic procession. May we have the marching tune ready, please? I request everyone to stand during the reverse academic procession. May we please have the marching tune?
Martin.
Heartiest congratulations to all the students. Those who got gold medals are requested to collect their boxes from the examination department right now. And please join us for lunch. The media persons and the guests may have lunch this side, right hand side. Students and parents at the back side. And faculty members and guests this side. Thank you so much for the wonderful morning.